Hello, my name is Amanda. I am the library's token vegan. Today I will walk you through a vegan cookie recipe, while my coworker Kari introduces you to some fantastic e-cookbooks that are available for free online with your library card. While I prep the ingredients, Kari will give you the 411 on the cookbook we're working with today.
Today's recipe can be found in I Can Cook Vegan. It's available on our Hoopla app. It's a digital ebook. This is by Isa Chandra Moskowitz. The classic chocolate chip cookie recipe that Amanda is making can be found on page 146 on the ebook. And basically everything that is included you probably already have for regular chocolate chip cookies. And this book is meant for beginning vegans. It is not meant to overwhelm you. It has a little bit of everything here, from pasta, sandwiches, sides, sweets, and so you can kind of ease into it without feeling too overwhelmed. Look at that yummy scampi. I mean, really, you're not missing out on anything with this cookbook.
Thank you, Kari. Now that we have all the ingredients ready, we are going to start with some coconut oil. Make sure it is room temperature. I know it's easier to work with if it's melted, but room temperature is what's recommended. And our sugars. So I have brown sugar and white sugar, granulated sugar in here. Toss those in and start them going. When that's nice and well blended, we will toss in our vanilla extract. So before jumping into the next set of ingredients, we'll check in with Kari about another great vegan and vegetarian cookbook.
The next book I'd like to share with you is The Great Vegan Protein Book. And this is by Celine Steen and Mason Noyes. And this is probably one of the most common questions that vegans get asked is, where do you get your protein from if you don't eat meat? And this book really shows you how much protein you can get simply from eating beans and lentils, whole grains, tofu and tempeh, and nuts and seeds. They have a lot of protein. The thing about eating vegan food is that you can add a lot of flavor, spices, things like that, and really you don't even notice that you're not eating meat. Now, I'm by no means a protein expert, but the author does include vegan protein sources and how many grams per serving, and so, excuse my screen there, it will show you how many you're eating. If you are concerned with your protein intake, another great thing is each recipe contains the protein content per serving at the bottom.
Welcome back. Now we're moving on to our dry ingredients. I have some flour put aside here, and we're going to toss in some baking soda and a little bit of salt. And just mix that up a little bit just to incorporate it. And now we're going to scoop this into our wet bowl of ingredients over here. We're just going to do a little bit at a time so that we're not, flooding it with flour too quickly. Every now and again, make sure you're scraping down the sides to make sure you're really getting all that flour in there. And of course, last, comes the most important ingredient, our chocolate chips. These are vegan. Not all chocolate chips are, so if you're new to this, just read the back and it'll say if it contains milk or whey or any of those other products that vegans try to avoid. If you're vegetarian, you're good. They very rarely put meat in your chocolate chips. And now you have your wonderful cookie dough. While I scoop these out onto a baking sheet and pop them in the oven, let's check in with Kari to see another great cookbook option.
To share with you is available on our Hoopla app. It's Incredible Plant-Based Desserts by Anthea Chang, and it is just full of delectable looking and tasting desserts. They are all vegan based. Most of them are gluten-free, and as you may or may not know, vegan chocolate can be expensive, so there is a recipe that will show you how to make your own chocolate. It's right here, basic condiments and frostings. So that will help you, and it tastes delicious. I think a lot of times people think when they switch to becoming a vegetarian or a vegan that you lose out on all the fun. You lose out on all the fun things, and that is not true. There are still many things that you can still eat that taste wonderful. Here's the DIY chocolate right here. Yum. And this one I thought we'd share with you because the author is vegan. As she explains, it took her 10 years to become a full vegan. Usually most people start by becoming a vegetarian. It takes time. It's not something that can happen overnight. And remember, always be kind to yourself.
And ta-da, we have cookies. Well, I enjoy these along with my dairy-free milk. Let's touch base with Kari one more time to find another wonderful reading recommendation.
The next book I'd like to share with you is a vegetarian Mexican cookbook written by Luz Calvo and Catriona Rueda Esquiva. And this vegetarian cookbook has over 100 colorful recipes. It's based on Mesoamerican cuisine. It also has contributions from indigenous cultures throughout the Americas. It very much is a plant-based cookbook with an emphasis on healing and eating foods that are not only good for your body, but for your soul as well. This book is very homey. I like that the authors have incorporated a lot of their heritage into these personalized recipes, family. They've been passed down from generations, and I hope that you enjoy them too.